It is generally agreed that curling's great tradition began in 16th century Scotland. The game was originally played outdoors on frozen lakes and marshes. The principles of the game were similar to the modern game, although there were many differences in equipment. Scottish farmers curled with channel stones, which were naturally smoothed by the water's actions. Scottish immigrants brought the game with them to North America in the 18th century. By mid-19th century, curling clubs flourished in New York City, Detroit, Milwaukee, and Portage, Wisconsin. Today, there are over 170 clubs in the US, and one of the top 5 nations with the most active curlers. The modern game of curling is marked by a high degree of physical skill and mental toughness. Stones with the now familiar round shape were standardised at about 42 pounds. The consistency of the game was also advanced during the 20th century, with refrigerated indoor ice, which helps ensure a fast, consistent and predictable playing surface. It is a game of precision, vigorous sweeping and complex strategy. A game often referred to as chess on ice. Well, a curler plays to win, but never to humble their opponent. Like a true curler would rather lose than win unfairly. The spirit of curling, it demands good sportsmanship, kindly feeling and honourable conduct. A curling team consists of 4 players. All 4 players on each team shoot or deliver 2 stones per end, alternating with the other team. One end is complete when all 16 stones have been delivered. The basic object is to complete each end with your stones closer to the centre of the house than those of the opponent. 1 point is scored for each stone closer to the middle of the house than any of the opponent's. Stones must be in or touching the house to be considered for the scoring. The team that scores last is given the first stone in the next end, also giving the opposing team the last stone, also known as the hammer. A league game is typically about 8 ends, lasting about 2 hours. Play begins with the leads, followed by the seconds and the thirds, or vice skips. The skip usually throws the last 2 stones and calls the team's strategy from the opposite end of the ice while the others are shooting. To deliver the stone, a player assumes a crouched position with 1 foot placed in a rubber foothold, the hack. One hand grips the stone handle, and the other hand holds the broom to provide balance, if needed. The player pushes off with the hack foot into an outstretched, sliding position, while the other foot placed under the centre of the chest and the stone out front along a line of delivery. A turn of the handle during the release makes the stone curve, or curl, as it travels down the ice. The object of shooting is to get the stone to come to rest at a spot where the skip has called for it, a draw, or to remove another stone, a takeout. Shooters must be accurate in 3 elements for a shot to be successful. They must deliver the stone towards the skip's target line, the broom, give the stone the proper weight, and impart the correct turn on the handle so the stone curls in the intended direction. It is the skip's job to read the ice, to determine how much the stone will curl. The other 2 players are prepared to sweep the stone's path.
Sweeping is a super fun element in curling because you're taking the rock further by sweeping in front of it. You can also make it run straighter. Good sweepers can take a rock as much as 15 feet further on a draw shot, and it really is the huge exercise part of curling, and that's sweeping.
Grip your broom with both hands, about 1/3 in from each end. Keep an open stance towards your skip by having your body between the brush and the rock facing the skip. Put enough force on the brush that you'll get some power leaning forward on the balls of your feet. Knees are slightly bent and your head should be above the broom. Apply a good amount of force and pressure to create friction on the ice.
Double raise. Excellent.
What a shot.
Wow.